Hey guys, so I figure I display my whole Walking Dead collection, and these are some of the figures that I have, just the basic 7-inch, 10-inch, 5-inch figures. I also have the little Funkos on the corner, so um, I thought display series by series each of them. Here we go. Alright, so first up is my Series 1 comics. As you can see, I have the original Rick from the comic books. Then I have Michonne. Then I have the cool black and white exclusive, which is a little hard to find. It took me about 4 years to find it. Then I have the bloody version of Rick, as you can see. Then I have the zombie lurker. And here I have the zombie roamer. Little disappointed that the little sticker here came out. But, you know, since it was the last one on the shelf, I wasn't going to let it go by. Someday I'll find a new one, so until then, you know, it's in perfect shape, so no sense in getting rid of it because of that. Next up is Walking Dead Comic Series 2, which consists of the Governor, Philip Blake, Riot Gear Glenn, it's pretty cool, Michonne's pet zombie. I would have loved it if they would have had the second one. And of course, the Governor's daughter, Penny Blake, which has a little fish tank at the bottom here. All the heads and all her food, her arms, her limbs that the Governor used to feed her. Alright, next up is my comic series 3. As you can see, it consists of Rick Grimes, right after the Governor cut his hand off, which I thought it was a little too early in the comics when they did it, but you know, it kind of worked out, so it's good. And they have Andrea, who's in the book is a really ass kicker. You got Dwight. I actually like this Dwight version than I do the one in the TV show, but you know, the actor he's doing a great job as it is. And then I love the comic zombies. They're actually pretty cool. This is a punk rock zombie. You can have the little mohawk on the side and little heavy metal guitar there split in two. Yeah, they have a knack for making these interesting zombies, but they're so cool. They make the collection to life. They bring it to life, their series. Alright, next up is Comic Series 4, which consists of Abraham Ford. And you got Paul Jesus Monroe, Jesus, I guess for the. You got Pincushion Zombie, which again, it's another really cool zombie. And then you have Carl Grimes. Has the option of switching out the heads, which is pretty cool. They kept it true to the TV series in the comic books. Alright, next up is Comic Book Series 5. As you can see, they have Glenn with Rosita's head on a spike and his head bashed in by Negan. Then you have Lydia, which is part of the Whisper storyline in the comic books. She's the daughter of Alpha, who we will see soon, and you have Ezekiel's head on a spike there. Then you have Prisoner Negan and Shane, which I would expect him to be in the Series 1, but I guess better late than never. And the Shane from the comic book was also pretty cool, like the one from the TV show. I mean, again, another great actor. That was a perfect role for him. And the Comics Series 5 concludes my comic book collection series action figures, but I've managed to pick up a couple of exclusives that Skybound makes. Starting with I have Zeus, which is a Comic-Con exclusive. I also have Beta, it's part of the Whisper storyline. Alpha, which I can't wait to see on the show. And a black and white Rick, Old Man Rick. And also Skybound is doing this cool, sort of like G.I. Joe type card on the Walking Dead, and I've managed to pick up the Governor, which is called the Lucio Patrol Interrogation Team. There's another cool one called the Shiva Patrol, which I'm gonna purchase shortly, and I'll be posting it up so you guys can see the pictures of them. You know, these are some of the figures in it. On the Lucille Patrol, you're gonna have Dwight, Negan, the Governor, Alpha, and Beta. And then the Shiva Force, you're gonna have Jesus, Rick, Michonne, Ezekiel, and of course, you can't have a Shiva Patrol without Shiva. So I'm gonna get my hands on those really soon. So when I do, I will post it up and add them to another video. That concludes my comic series collection. Now let's move on to the TV series collection by McFarlane Toys. Alright, so first up in the first series is, of course, Rick Grimes, Daryl Dixon, pretty expensive one. It's worth a couple $100 already. You have the Zombie Walker from Atlanta, and then you have the Zombie Biter. If you recall, he ate Daryl's deer. It's pretty cool. Zombies here look just like the TV show. Alright, let's move on to the second one. Alright, first up in Series 2, I have Deputy Rick Grimes. I have Shane Walsh. Bicycle Girl Zombie. The Well Zombie, this is one of my favorite ones. Pretty cool. And then we have the RV Zombie. Attacked Andrea on that camper. She stuck the little screwdriver and killed him. Alright, up is Series 3, which consisted of Merle Dixon, Autopsy Zombie, Michonne's Pet 2, Michonne, and Michonne Pet 1. So this is what I was talking about. These are the ones that I like the fact that they did both of them as opposed to the comic book series only did one. They did a really good job. I mean, McFarlane always does a good job with the details of their zombies and their people. They got a lot better. Like, I mean, Michael Rooker there looks amazing. So next up is Series 4, which consists of an exclusive Walgreens Rick. I wasn't too fond of this Rick, but you know, it's part of the collection. It wasn't the most detailed guy, but anyway. The Governor, Carl, Andrea, and these are my two favorite zombies, the Riot Gear Zombie and the Riot Gear Gas Mask Zombie, which I think they're pretty cool. Look at that. So forward ahead to Series 5, which consisted of Maggie Green, another Glenn, then we had a Merle Zombie, which I thought was also pretty cool. We have a Tyrese, then we have the Charge Zombie, and then this is a throwback series, which was a Shane throwback series, and then part of Series 5 was also the Daryl and the bike and the chopper. Alright, up is Series 6, Herschel, consisted of Herschel, another Rick, the Governor, the missing eye, then you have the Bungee Walker from the supermarket, then you have Carol, which, terrible, they did a really bad job in her face. And then you had a flashback series, Daryl Dixon, and the Michonne. It's pretty cool. This one has the Governor's fish tank with the heads inside. Her two pet zombies. Almost left out from the Series 6 with Abraham Ford. It's kind of mixed up with my other Walking Dead there. Don't want to let Abraham feel like he was left out. Alright, let's jump to Series 7, Carl, Mudwalker, Constable Michonne. Well, not Constable Michonne, just different outfit Michonne, let's put it that way. Garrett. And then we had an exclusive Rick. Another exclusive Woodbury Assault Rick. Daryl, Gravedigger. Exclusive Herschel, with the severed head. And the Flu Walker. Here's another series that I kind of missed from season 6, which is also another Daryl Dixon. The only difference between that one and the other one was that the crossbow was up here, but everything else is pretty much the same. Series 8 consisted of Rick, Morgan, Bob, Eugene, Dale, finally, and Terminus Assault Carol, which is an exclusive, and also Tyrese, which is another exclusive, with a bitten hand when he got bit. Alright, next up is Series 9, which I thought was going to be the end of them, but they have another couple more exclusives out there. I have the Water Walker, Beth, T-Dog, was no favorite of mine, another Gravedigger Daryl, Dale, when he got attacked by the zombies, and Constable Michonne. This is the real Constable Michonne. Alright, next up is Series 9. You got the Water Walker, Beth, T-Dog, favorite of mine, another Gravedigger Daryl, Dale, when he was attacked by the zombie, and Constable Michonne. Here's Series 10 exclusive that I picked up from Walgreens. Rick, Constable Rick, Sasha, Aaron, and Negan. Here's a couple of boxes that I picked up. I've picked up Daryl, as you saw earlier. I also have Daryl and Frankenbike. I have Morgan and the Impaled Walker. Next up is the Dixon Brothers, Daryl and Merle. Then I have the 2-pack Negan and Glenn. And the Heroes pack, which has Rick, Michonne, and Daryl. Next are my color tops. In the order in which they came out, I have Rick, Michonne, Travis from Fear, Madison from Fear, Carl. I think this is the coolest one they ever made yet. Then you got Daryl, and you have Abraham, and you have Negan, and you have Walmart exclusive Bloody Negan, Dwight, Prison Daryl, and Ezekiel. Also have these little trinkets. I have a flask and a wine eye zombie bottle opener. And these are my 10-inch figures. I got Glenn, I have Michonne, I have Negan, and I also have Daryl, and I have Rick. I also have the new Glenn exclusive, and Merciless Negan. I just picked that over the weekend at Toys R Us down in Brandon. I also have a set of these, which is the green light version of Rick's Sheriff's car. Sheriff. I have the Mustang that had the little writing. It says, "Sophia, wait for us here. We'll come back every day." A little Gatorade and some food there. And then I have the GTO that they were chasing in the first scene when Rick got shot. That flipped over in episode 1 there. And last and not least, I have the Walking Dead trade paperback. Each one of these books has about 6 comics here. I have volumes 1 through 26, which I think is pretty cool. If you ever get a chance to read the Walking Dead comic books, I suggest they are very good. They're very graphic too. Great storytelling. And yeah, with this, it concludes all my Walking Dead collections. I plan on getting a few more. I am currently bidding on. And when I do, I will do another video updating my collection. Thank you guys. And oh, before I go, I also have the box sets of the DVD season 1 through 6. I just ordered season 7 and can't wait to see season 8, which I'll probably highlight in one of my other videos. Alright guys, you guys have a good night or day, whichever part of the world you're in. And that was my complete Walking Dead collection.